named Amik lived with his grandmother. Winter was almost over, and there was little left to eat. While they waited for the ice to melt, Grandmother sat inside the hut, sewing with a beautiful ivory needle. The wide open eye of her needle helped her see many things.
One day, Grandmother said, "Little Amik, I have been watching you grow. This spring you are big enough to go out and hunt food for us." Amik quickly put on his parka and hurried to shore.
He's going hunting. In a stream trickling past his feet, something flickered across the pebbles. Amik scooped up a tiny needlefish. He said, "I am so hungry. I will eat this and catch something bigger for Grandmother." And with that, glump, down went the needlefish. A moment later, Amik said, "I am still hungry." As Amik followed the shore, a squirmy hooligan fish flopped at his feet. He reached into the water and grabbed it. He said, "I am so hungry. I will eat this and catch something bigger for Grandmother." And with that, glump, down went the hooligan fish. A moment later, Amik said, "I am still hungry." A few steps ahead, Amik spied a salmon in a little river. He caught the salmon by its tail. He said, "I am so hungry. I will eat this and catch something bigger for Grandmother." And with that, glump, down went the salmon. A moment later, Amik said, "I am still hungry." Soon he came upon a fat seal resting on the sand. He lifted the seal and stretched his mouth open wide. He said, "I am so hungry. I will eat this and catch something bigger for Grandmother." And with that, glump, down went the seal. A moment later, Amik said, "I am still hungry." Oh. Not far ahead, he found a lazy walrus basking in rocks. Amik grasped him by his long ivory tusks. He said, "I am so hungry. I will eat this and catch something bigger for Grandmother." And with that, glump, down went the walrus. A moment later, Amik said, "I am still hungry."
Out on the water, Amik saw the prize of the sea. Here was enough meat to feed an entire village for a whole winter. The whale looked very tasty indeed.
He saw a whale. Amik bent low and stretched his mouth open to an enormous size. The whale glided toward him on the crest of a wave. Amik said, "I am so hungry. I will eat this and catch something bigger for Grandmother." And with that, glump, down went the whale. Oh, man. A moment later, Amik said, "I am not hungry."
Then, Amik remembered he had saved nothing for his grandmother. He walked slowly back to the hut, wondering what to tell her.
Oh, what to tell Grandmother? All right.
When Grandmother heard Amik outside, she called, "Come on with your cat. Amik, I'm so hungry."
Oh, Grandma's hungry, but
Amik was very uncomfortable. He said, "But Grandma, my cat is much too big to bring through the door."
too big to get in the door.
Can Then climb through the smoke hole. My mother said,
Oh, come in through the chimney, Adelina. Amik knew the smoke hole.
Amik knew the smoke hole was even smaller than the doorway. How am I going to squeeze through
Such
such a small
hole.
hole?
Yes, he can't get in through the chimney. It's too small.
Through the eye of my knee.
Yes, come through the eye of my needle, called Grandmother. You ready to get the animals out? She held up her needle, and at that moment, Amik was magically pulled into the hut. There was a loud pop, and a rush of water swirled around and around. Are all the animals out? Because they're coming out of Amik right now. You ready? You ready to hold them up? All right. Then, pip! Out came the needlefish. Swish! Out came the hooligan fish. Swoosh! Out slid the salmon. Splash! Out flipped the seal. Whoosh! Out wiggled the walrus. And they all flowed out of the hut. Then, with a great rumble, out rolled the whale. Woohoo! And Jonathan.
When everything came to rest, Grandmother said, Amik, what a wonderful hunter you are.
Grandmother enjoyed a fine feast. She proudly shared their catch with the whole village, but Amik did not eat. For some reason, he was no longer hungry.
And